Some other important terminology and concepts to understand about music are one's the repeat sign. So if you have a bar line, there's two bars here, but one of them has this on the end. It's a thick bar, skinny bar, and two dots. That means repeat. So when you get to the end of the section, go back to the beginning and play it again. Usually this just means do it once, although in drum exercises it can mean to just do it over and over again so you get better at whatever you're playing. Another concept is the accent. So if you have a measure with 4 quarter notes and one of them has this little caret on top of it, that's an accent, which means you play it louder than the other notes. So if this is the beat, you play it 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and put more emphasis on the notes with the accent. Also, dynamics are an important part about proper musical expression. So here we have a P, is short for piano, and that's a quiet volume. We have mezzo piano, which is slightly louder, mezzo forte, which is medium loud, forte, which is loud, and then fortissimo, which is extra loud. We also have pianissimo, which is extra quiet. Ways to jump between these are notated. If it's a sudden jump, this will just be written below the music. If it's a gradual jump or a gradual change, it'll be notated like this or like this. This is a crescendo and a decrescendo. They're also abbreviated like this. So if you have a bar of music that's some eighth notes and you're supposed to increase slowly over the course of the bar, it'd look like that. So it'd be 1 and 2 and 3 and just get louder. Also, a ritardando, abbreviated RIT, and called a retard, is slowing down over time. So the tempo changes. If this is your measure here with quarter notes, and you had a retard here, it's up to you as the musician, or if you're in an orchestra, up to the conductor to decide how big this retard should be. So without the retard, it sounds like this: 1, 2, 3, 4. With the retard, it sounds like 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. There's also an accelerando, which is the opposite. It's speeding up over time, and it's abbreviated like so. If you had an eighth note measure like this, and you had an accelerando here, see you had a little repeat bar too, so you can keep this up. You might start 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 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 1. That's an accelerando. So there's also the concept of tempo, which is Italian for time. This is how many beats per minute your piece is. So 60 beats per minute is the same tempo as a second hand on a clock. 120 is kind of a nice little clip. 180 is pretty fast. 240, very fast. That's kind of the range of what most music is in, between maybe 60 and 200. Pop music, a lot of pop music's between 90 and 140. You might see at the top of a piece of music something like this. That means the quarter note. This is probably a 4/4 time signature, or some time signature where the quarter note gets the beat, and it's just telling you that the beat is at 120 beats a minute. You might also see something like andante, which is between, I don't know, it's like 90 or 100. It's all pretty up for interpretation. That's why it's not notated exactly. Allegro is quicker. Allegro might be 120 or 140. Presto is a quick little clip there, probably around 180. And again, this is just notated to give the performer freedom of expression to just kind of do what they will, but understand if it's a slow piece or a moderately paced piece or a really quick piece. And one more type of notation is cut time. Cut time looks like this, kind of like a cent symbol. That means everything in your music is cut in half. So a quarter note actually has the value of an eighth note. An eighth note actually has the value of a 16th note. And so when you have quarter note equals 120 in, or maybe quarter note equals 90, and say you start out in 4/4, and you have some measures in 4/4, and then it goes into cut time partway in the song, you're going to have to play twice as fast. All of a sudden your song feels like it's at 180. It's kind of a silly notation in my opinion, but it has a purpose. It's just something you should understand. And for more information on drum rudiments and for articles on how to drum, how to use good technique, how to play in bands or start your own, how to choose good equipment, be sure to visit youareadrummer.tumblr.com.